It's 12:20 on the 10th of December 2022. The issues that have arisen since my child was unlawfully separated from me in January 2017 are continuing to this day. This matter has not been resolved, and it worsens the outcomes and consequences for all involved in obstruction and withholding information, withholding circumstances and conditions that are my royal entitlement, that are my humanitarian entitlement, that are my constitutional entitlement. So unfortunately, there have been individuals of I suppose they've had ambitions and aspirations for Aryanism, and I find that absolutely astonishing that these people consider themselves fit to be discussing Aryanism in a democracy where they have been demolishing the pillars of society with disrespect and petty defamation. So there are people that aren't of the standards that they espouse, that they don't seem to be able to uphold. And as a qualified professional property owner, I find that highly concerning, that there are people that assume to be in ownership of my land in Ardfert and Kilflynn is another serious issue. These people that have no right to discuss my holy matrimony, that have not ever owned that property that I own, those people that are of fraud and theft, exacerbating problems that have been caused to my child's upbringing, are not doing themselves or their children any favours. As I've mentioned, I'm a royal avatar. I'm responsible for worldwide legislation, and I'm experiencing conditions that are not suitable or fit for any adult female to be tolerating. So there's a problem with people discussing what they don't own. There are people that are of let's say, I presume that those humanitarians out there with lovely young girls wouldn't want to have their daughters following the examples of the individuals that are offending me with poor offences and tactics to women's rights and their bodily integrity. So we all respect our young girls, and we all respect our young boys. And there's a problem in this community where there are women using their bodies to gain from royalty and property that they don't own, and they have also disrespected the church, and my church is fabulous. I have great faith in my church. So those people that are of repeat and failed offences of treason and blasphemy, you might be able to learn when to draw the line in the sand and find a new pastime, a new initiative that might be worthy and worthwhile. When a big initiative such as the treason and blasphemy against me that has occurred, when that has failed, then that's finished. That's done for. That's no longer a possibility. So those that are persisting on the poor foundations that they have, that are breaking and disrespecting their own party policies, I might add, for those that are disrespecting their own party policies and that are insulting the human race, that are insulting multiculturalism, that are insulting the concept of Aryanism and its origins, that insults my bloodline, you might be careful about what you're doing. Promiscuity of those young ladies that are using themselves in that manner and context to work from a very poor failed initiative for the past 17 years. You might remind yourselves of the Fellowship of Narcotics Anonymous as well, that I represent and that I hold dear to my heart. I can't reiterate it enough. There are people with obligations to my royal titles, and when you can't do your jobs properly, you lose your job. You know what I mean? So I'm still a property owner. I'm still a married mother, and I'm still a humanitarian of legislation. I'm still a creative artist, and I'll try and pray for people this morning to make good decisions. We've seen already the consequences of these ladies' promiscuity, and I'd hate for people to be putting their health at risk. We know what happened with COVID-19 and so before COVID-19. So I just hope there isn't anyone suffering from short memories on this lovely, bright, sunshining morning. Those people that can't do their jobs properly and that are offending my good name, you might remember the cost of the damages that you have incurred upon yourselves already with the debts that you owe me since 2006. So that's as much as I have to say this morning. And this is for my documentary, Sad Sign of the Times. Those breaking the law, not following the law, I have concerns for you. The sacred laws that guide me and protect me as an avatar aren't easily, they're being offended, and that's not a successful initiative. So please try not respect my faith and my family, and please acknowledge the debt you owe to my fortunes.